Yo. I know it's a bit of an odd time for me to start streaming. Originally I had planned on starting around my usual streaming time, maybe an hour later, depending. But because of some technical difficulties, I could not get the save file necessary to do what I wanted to do, which was delve into this New Game Plus exclusive extra stuff. But we got that sorted out, so now I'm gonna just do it now. I was gonna, do that, and which apparently doesn't take very long, and then, do like, I don't know, another hour or two of other stuff. But now that it's this late, we're just gonna do this. And that's gonna be that. So, if things didn't go awfully wrong, then around here somewhere, yes, there is a save file. Which puts us somewhere within NG+. Oh, I guess it's... Oh, wow, it's actually even like almost the end of the game in New Game Plus, so it's not even something you can quickly get to. That's crazy. Kind of curious what everybody's equipment is. I think that's his best weapon. I guess everybody's got their... Actually, is that? I don't know. Okay, what do my characters have, What's the Black Virtue? Attacks, crafts, can cancel arts. Oh, right, okay. I did have that. Huh, giving her the gladiator items, interesting. Cool, cool. CP plus 10 every turn? Crit plus 50%? What? Excuse me? I guess you can have multiple lion hearts. Hey, that's similar to what I had. Except I gave up 10% to give her more CP recovery. Okay. Alright. Anyway. So yeah. I guess one thing we could do is go to the Books tab here. Should have some EX Black records, yeah. A whole bunch of them, in fact, too. So yeah, I guess we're gonna start with these, which is gonna be, I guess, a little awkward to read, because just like in one of the, or maybe two of the earlier games, look at all this stuff that's, illegible. But we're gonna do our best. Black Records 1. The of before the in begin there were green on okay, this is terrible. Oath unparalleled, they descended from the heavens. There it was below they first met. Their opposing they were into and thus a struggle that and the and the lamb were for the I guess that's probably not, but so the quaked the were tore and the could only in our seemed like there came to an but and of there of the two I'm gonna stop trying to make sounds for the things that we can't read and just try to make it work somehow. Were cast into the furthest of the dark or something. They left on the there and the okay, cool. I definitely know what this is about. Seems like maybe some kind of story about gods or something, the history before the world or some shit. I don't know. The year 7 of the years after was first ruin on winds from the of the lard or fart something arts large parts. It was the of terrible it's throughout them that into a city of the but there did not the corpses of the taking of their and using to those who further increasing probably the of the there at the time too was to the city with office and together there in the land of for years the bane of went on until I the emperor of resolved to burn the city, proved an ally to however and the in had over the surrounding like a undaunted led of into the palace in an to it, but though there where Ted there was met by powerful and seemed and it was that had a fateful with other than great the recognized as and by immense and less the moved once again and to the and with the this is stupid. Why am I reading this out loud? This makes no sense. The shook to its and the end was the of the was however the of was the blood that from the claimed and even itself placing her upon it. The noble became a with east only to the family a on par with the blah that should on have to be lost. What of it be lost? Threatened her and live in. It was deep underground, intended sea day. Meanwhile, I rose from the and once again, and that when the capital that to this day first. You understand? Because I definitely do. The War of the Lions, I'm guessing. Something something, year 9 something something. In the year Emperor Cheesus the Fifth, I don't know. Something something. His heralded them of the largest blip in history. The fifth was a with a reputation said to have had countless and to complicate the mad succession of those came from those families of whom began for her and wanted to take the throne within days of the fifth's something crown something the son of his wife, I don't know, was by an following the of Prince the Fourth and son of the Emperor's legendary prince, that by force once in declared the new and began all those to oppose him, set off a claims history other of the name to the new back to the powerful backed by I guess the powerful noble faction, I don't know, of their father, I don't know, the competing ignited a 5 and thus the of the lions something at the Mees were largely in terms of it wasn't until would later be known as false I guess that's the guy, what was his name, the dumb bad guy from the game. He was related to the false whatever. Revived the that had under the balance the Testarossa, I think it was called, the legendary Vermilion Knight maybe, now tainted the of saw the light more with under his greatest in one fell swoop, and the prince was defeated. It seemed in that the of the would the same, but it was this pivotal that the took yet the ing and sudden something. This birthday came in the of another the was acquired Luke the sixth, youngest of and it's he was the army, the brilliant and second bird, yes, and by the power Prince was poised. Oh, Prince and armies, however, were not and decided to access one in order to the other. Thus, the became one by separate prince with the Perseus with Lat and princess and who had no but with their the of the had been aiming for two. Wow, that's had been aiming for two. That sounds impressive. Anyway, now and only seen sent by the day. Bonia, probably Arabonia, seemed to and fitting, perhaps for that takes it from right. Up 9. Good. And lazed on a in the setting. For, however, his was by the of a young man. Blah, blah, blah. The youth, the up somethings of a mappings maybe. No, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, of a trappings probably. And his rest was deathly. His bore many and skr, and his was in a the first had not him in were years. Iron did not his were after all said grave, and the days are the first thing foremost from the he other than the of the Pyre Prince. Yo, Excel, I'm doing a really good job reading this. As with no him to his and by the other morn kiss had long behind from two and willing ally maybe his years he had the land of he had evers the to his since childhood, I guess his was able and maybe not, and he was hid by the people of and lived peacefully maybe by something them, but he had it in his what wonder there had way, but while she had him that with him for the of the through you will not to turn your on the hearing. Schultz had turned those in his head again. What could a less rent like herself to do? The arrival of the things that will continue to and that was on a path to his was after all, yeah, I know. the words he decided was enough, probably. He ignored of his no longer. That Lee was called. He was a friend of his and his dent. He was the who had in his place for the since Streichels probably said about ring too, but before finished he was by of the knights. They are shaped in hand to off, and they to come him and I guess accompany him, and fearing that the alone would not stand a chance. I read a phrase. The villain they bade to the of the and it's them or something. May and the with he them FU2 game. FU, how dare you? How dare you? That's rude. Can't believe they would say that to me. Oh, FU, how dare you? Wow. The of 2 year Prince where the of 4th something 4th what are they called? The fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. The fuck, what's the word they use? Fuck it. The high-ranking Ouroboros people, I mean. Ouroboros and Knight sentence with his pala and the first of the remaining and who had a of under their yet it was the son of a and late to the who his did not me out, however, is fell in battle. Not that, however, he met would forever. That was then the of count to from the of limb. Her personality, I guess, and with the earned her of a band of known as the Eisenritter and the something Iron Maiden. No, what? It's not the Iron Maiden. It's the Steel Maiden. I don't know, something. I always forget what the actual title was. Her name was and may have from but they're from innocent of the them in O's to an end to the Erd, and it was it ings that them or the of them with the warriors of the and of the other of the nation where hearts they won her after a and were successful in persuading even owner of to for their well. Now they want me to F for somebody's I don't know click. F's in the chat. At the at the same time, the schemed to the curse to even powers to and thus was created. The demonic something emerged on a monstrous maybe castle and the approaching of Albert, I don't know. and in a battle, and was, but, however, they simply from X. Even the knight, no, meant with such was failed, and it all who. I think what this is about is how Falcom prophesized how Elon Musk would turn Twitter into X. I think that's what's happening here. They knew it would happen. They warned us. But did we listen? No. We didn't. The countless crimson spread from the very that kept as those area. Nailed it. Difficult? No, probably not. Defeat seemed all but certain, I guess, for something Dreischels. Something, sir. And there, but refused to of a which they led new which on the out of after trial they were claimed that's with it along with I guess Reichelt also had a witch in his party. No surprise, I guess. There and the army of they marched, I guess, on the capital for the final fight. Eventually, something there to the making their way to the castle at its, I don't know, something peak. Some word. 3 on the of the year 52, the vanished and city was probably saved, I guess. Okay. Well, there's some stuff you can kind of glean from that, I guess. But, well, who's walking there? Dude, just, what the fuck? But definitely many, many holes. So, I guess I'm supposed to talk to this guy, but first I'll talk to my girl, Sarah. Well, you've been back for 3 whole days now. Have people finally stopped hounding you with questions? Okay, we did read this. That's not different. Don't please at first. Nobody cares what you say, Rean. It's one of the things you'll probably just have to get used to. Okay, so this is the guy we're supposed to talk to, I think. Thomas? Yep. But I guess let me just check what it says here. Okay, just talk to him. Why, hello, Rean. How goes your studying? I'd be more than happy to help if you're having any sort of trouble. Thanks for the offer, but I think I'll be alright. I've got Matthias and Emma. I think we've read this also. If I extend next year, oh, by all means, nothing in this world makes me happier than Leonora. Oh, and by the way, I've pretty much finished decoding those black records you gave me. As much as it pains me, you can take them off my hands. You have? Decoding report. There's some fascinating stuff in there, if I do say so myself. Be sure to look them over if you have the time. Right. But can you believe the academic year is so close to its end? I'd just love to see it off with a big old party, wouldn't you? Haha, I think you're onto something. I'm pretty curious about this report he just gave me. I have to look it over when I get back to the dorm. Why not now? I guess we can't. Okay, so then next up is Toa, I guess. In the dorms. No, wait, I have to talk to Toa so I can go to the dorms, but I can just skip everything that is gonna be said there. Student Union. Toa! Knock. I guess I'll drink some water while I start hitting the button. can't really mash past that. But watching a cute little sleeping Towa is not so bad. Oops. Hello. You sure did. Rean, stop lying. You gotta be honest with yourself and your friends. That's a better boy. Well, I guess we're not done skipping this scene yet. So is nothing else about the game different other than, I guess, how do you get those records? Are they just in your books at some point? How do you get those, actually? Ah, I see. Ah, okay. Sounds like it could be tedious to find them if there's nothing to guide you there. Everybody's here. So this is actually your save, okay. Thanks, some extra thanks then, I guess, for not just, finding it, but also even making the save. That old scene. We will never see the end of it. It's my girl Sarah. Still walking. It's our maid. I never expected her to be here now. Wow. Another place where the turbo button would have been nice. For some reason it's just not in this game. Okay. Oh, I could have just be. But yeah, like at least it's not on any of the shoulder buttons like it used to be. Wait, huh? Wait, how did I turn... What? Wait. Huh? How did I turn that on? What the hell? It used to just be on the right trigger. And that's not where it was the entire time. And I tried the other trigger as well, and it wasn't on there either. But now somehow I activate it, maybe by hitting, like, both triggers at the same time, but that just brings this up. Like, the clicking in the sticks also doesn't give me turbo mode. Turbo mode. Oh wait, if I hold it, holy shit, that is terrible. I can hardly play the game while, you know, holding the left stick in. Jesus, what the fuck? Why would they do that? Anyway, now it's a little late to be figuring that out. I guess I'll make another save next to this one here. Just because that's what I do. Alright, so what's the next step? Talk to Toa. Is the decoding report now in the book section, or is that somewhere else? I guess it's an item that I have to use or something. There. A report on the contents of the Black Records from Instructor Thomas, best read during the evening. Okay. All of the Black Records in the notebook were updated. Hey, lending library, I got an achievement for that. That's definitely, I definitely earned that. Okay. You know, now I feel a little more silly for reading those texts with the holds, because now I'm just getting them normally. Whatever. The gods of creation before Septian calendar. I mean, I basically filled in perfectly, so it's basically exactly that's gonna be the same, but I'm still gonna do it. Before the Septian calendar. In the beginning, there were... Hey man, I was right about my interpretation. Anyway, in the beginning there were two great gods. One boasted unrivaled courage, the other unparalleled fortitude. They descended from the heavens with their kin, and it was upon the dark land below that they first met. Calamity, their opposing natures incompatible, the two were drawn irresistibly into battle, and thus began a struggle that shook heaven and earth. The goddess and the spirit's laments were for naught. As the land quaked, the skies were torn asunder, and the gods' kin could only tremble in fear. After what seemed like an eternity, their clash came to an end. But it was an end of mutual defeat. Their power spent, the empty shells of two celestial titans were flung into the furthest reaches of the dark land. And that remained in their wake. All that remained in their wake were terrible. Their kin and the great power. Is there still a word missing? I feel like all that remained in their wake were terrible there. I feel like there's still something missing there, but I guess it's just... It's fine. I can't even read ahead, it seems, until I've read these, but I wasn't gonna read them out of order anyway. The Dark Dragon. Year 371, Septian calendar. 200 years after Heimdallr was first founded, Rean rose on monstrous wings from the depths of the earth. Its name was Zoro Agruga, the Dark Dragon, a malevolent creature of terrible power. It spread a miasma throughout the capital that turned Heimdallr into a city of the dead. Dang. But the horrors did not end there. The evil dragon desecrated the corpses of the fallen, taking control of their bodies and using them to attack those who remained alive, further increasing the legions of the dead. The emperor at the time, Astorius II, was forced to flee the city with what remained of his household and citizens. Together they retreated south and established a new capital in the land of Saint Ark. Through 100 years and 6 more emperors, the bane of Heimdallr went unchallenged. It was the 7th, Hector I, who resolved to recapture the city. Time had proved an ally to the beast, however, and the dragon's influence had spread over the surrounding area like a plague. Undaunted, Hector I led an army of brave knights into the necropolis in an attempt to free it. But though their hearts were steadfast, their arrival was met by legions of powerful fiends, and their efforts seemed doomed to end in failure. It was then that Hector I had a fateful encounter with none other than the great Vermilion Knight, Testarossa. The knight recognized Hector I as its master, and bolstered by its immense power and countless weapons, the Emperor moved once again on the city, and to the decisive encounter with the Dark Dragon. So the knights were around even before the first time that we hear about them, I guess. Still a mystery where they came from. At least the Vermilion Knight. The battle shook the city to its core, and at the end, the Vermilion Knight was victorious. The Scourge of Heimdallr, the Dark Dragon, was defeated. However, the price of victory was steep. The corrupted blood that flowed from the dragon claimed Hector's life and defiled even the knight itself, placing a curse upon it. The noble Testarossa became the Crimson Calamity, a demon with 1,000 weapons that only reacts to the blood of the Arnor family. A destructive force on par with the Dark Dragon that, should control of it ever be lost, would threaten the world and all who live in it. Let me drink some water. Jeez. So I guess Hector was part of the Arnor bloodline. Otherwise this doesn't really make much sense. I mean, I guess it is the royal family. Holy shit, why is my throat doing this? It was... Damn, I sound so bad, whatever. It was sealed deep underground. Oh, it's returning. My voice is returning, I think. It was sealed deep underground, never intended to again see the light of day. Meanwhile, a new city rose from the ashes of the old, and people once again began to gather in Heimdallr. And that was when the Vermilion capital that endures to this day was first built. The War of the Lions begins, year 947. That's like 600 years later, I think. Roughly. In the year 947, Emperor Valius V passed away. His death heralded the beginning of the largest-scale civil war in Erebonian history. Valius V was a ruler with a somewhat debaucherous reputation, and is said to have had countless wives and concubines. So, when I read countless somethings, I was kind of... I guess the debaucherous, which was blacked out, also kind of made me assume that it was a word similar to that or something, so I guess I had a decent idea there. Anyway, to further complicate the matter of succession, many of those wives came from prestigious noble families, all of whom began competing for power and wanted their offspring to take the throne. Within days of Valius V's death, Crown Prince Manfred, the son of his first wife, was assassinated by an unknown party. Oh no. Following the death of the Crown Prince, the fourth prince, and son of the first of Emperor Valius' secondary wives, Prince Orthros seized the capital by force. Once in control, he declared himself the new emperor and began purging all those who dared to oppose him. The coup set off a succession of counterclaims, and 3 other princes also named themselves to be the new emperor. Backed by the powerful noble families of their mothers, the competing princes ignited a bloody 5-year-long civil war, and thus the War of the Lions began. At first, the princes' armies were largely equal in terms of strength. It wasn't until Orthros, who would later come to be known as the False Emperor, revived the being that had long been sealed under the city, that the balance of power shifted. The Testarossa, the legendary Vermilion Knight, now tainted by the blood of Zoro Agruga, saw the light of day once more. With its unmatched strength under his control, Orthros decimated his greatest competition in one fell swoop, and the 5th prince, Gunnar, was defeated. It seemed inevitable that the armies of the other princes would share the same fate, but it was at this pivotal point that the war took yet another surprising and sudden turn. This unexpected development came in the form of another great knight, the Palatinate? I don't know, knight. The famed champion was acquired by Prince Lucius, the 6th and youngest of the feuding brothers, and with its power he was able to defeat the army of the brilliant strategist... What? The army of the brilliant strategist and second prince, Albert, okay. Victorious, and backed by the knight's power, Prince Lucius was poised to challenge Orthros. Prince Gunnar and Albert's armies, however, were not completely wiped out and decided to join forces with one another in order to oppose the other princes. Huh. Chaotic. It was thus that the war became one fought by three separate groups: Prince Orthrus with the Vermilion Knight, Prince Lucius with the Palatinate Knight, and Princes Gunnar and Albert, who had no knight but compensated with their sheer numbers. The War of the Lions had been raging for 2 years now, and the chaos only worsened by the day. I guess that's 3 more years in there, right? I think they said it was 5 in total. Erebonia seemed fated to fall into ruin and darkness, fitting perhaps for a nation that takes its name from Erebos. Oh. I guess I'm not sure what Erebos means. Reichels takes up arms, year 949, not much later. I guess they said it was 2 years, so I think this is 2 years later. A young man lays on a grassy plain, enjoying a nap in the peaceful setting. Before long, however, his rest was interrupted by the arrival of a second young man on horseback. The youth wore the trappings of a knight, and his expression was deathly serious. His armor bore many rents and scratches, and his left arm was bound in a bloody bandage. The first young man had not seen him in several years, but a cheerful reunion did not seem to be his purpose. "You were right after all," the second man said gravely. "At this rate, the Empire's days are numbered." At this, the first young man rose from the grass. He was none other than the third prince of the Erebonian Empire, Prince Reichels. As a man with no claim to the throne due to his commoner mother and shunned by the other highborn princes, Reichels had long since left Erebonia behind, wandering from place to place and whiling away his days. I'm not sure if we knew that he was of a commoner wife's birth. I feel like we might have, but maybe not. Because, that kind of throws the entire noble shit into chaos a little bit. 3 years prior, he had reached the land of Nord, where he had remained ever since. Though left to his own devices since childhood, his nature was noble and he was quickly accepted by the people of Nord and lived peacefully among them. But while he had left his homeland, he had not truly abandoned it in his heart. During his wanderings, his mother had passed away, but while she lived, she had told him something that would remain with him for the rest of his days. "The blood flowing through you will not allow you to turn your back on the Empire's suffering." Prince Reichels had turned those words over in his head again and again. What could a powerless vagrant like himself truly hope to do? The night's arrival, however, signified 2 things: that the war continued to worsen, and that Erebonia was on a certain path to ruination. His mother was probably correct. Hearing the knight's words, he decided that enough was enough. He could ignore the pain of his countrymen no longer. That knight, incidentally, was called Roland. He was a childhood friend of Reichels and his confidant. He was also the man who Reichels had left in charge of things in his place before leaving the country. Prince Reichels set out preparing to depart, but before he could finish, he was met by several of the tall knights of Nord, their cross-shaped spears in hand. They too were close friends of Reichels, and they volunteered to accompany him to Roland, fearing that the 2 men alone would not stand a chance. The next morning the prince departed the village, a mere 17 men under his command. They bade farewell to the people of the settlement, and its elder wished them well. "May the winds and the goddess be with you," he blessed them. "Fortune favor you all." The war comes to an end, year 952. Let me drink some more water. Prince Reichels' opponents were the armies of 4th Prince Orthrus and his Vermilion Knight, 6th Prince Lucius with his Palatinate Knight, and the combined forces of the remaining princes, Gunnar and Albert, who had a legion of magical golems under their control. Oh, okay. Yet it was he, the illegitimate son of a commoner and latecomer to the war who emerged triumphant. His victory did not come without losses, however. During his return to Erebonia, Roland fell in battle. Not long after that, however, he met a woman who would change his destiny forever. That woman was none other than the daughter of Count Sandlot, who hailed from the lakeside town of Legram. Her charismatic personality and peerless skills with a lance earned her the leadership of a band of knights known as the Eisenritter and the moniker Lancemaiden. Right, Lancemaiden, that's it. Her name was Rean Sandlot. Prince Streichels and Rean Sandlot may have come from wildly different backgrounds, but their concern for the innocent victims of the war united them in purpose to bring an end to the bloodshed, and it was those shared feelings that made them join forces. The two of them, along with the warriors of Nord, the Eisenritter, and all of the other peoples of the nation whose hearts they moved, liberated the town after one town after another, and were eventually successful in persuading even Prince Lucius, owner of the Palatinate Knight, to fight for their cause. You know what, let me Google what Palatinate is. Yo, moth. Palatinate. Well, that's a region, apparently. Oh, it's the... I guess that's the English word for Pfalz? Huh. Yeah, it's the Rheinland-Pfalz. That's Palatinate. Okay, that's interesting. That's kind of funny. Huh. Well, I thought it was maybe some kind of color, you know. Like the other knights. But nope. It's the Rheinland-Pfalz. Maybe that name is based on a color or something, though. Whatever. At the same time, however, the false emperor schemed to elevate the cursed Vermilion Knight to even greater power, to godhood. And thus the Vermilion Apocalypse was created. The demonic god emerged in Heimdallr alongside a monstrous castle and vanquished the approaching armies of Albert and Gunnar in a single battle. You too, Moss. Their end was anything but conventional, however. They were simply erased from existence. Even the Palatinate Knight could not contend with such a foe and was felled, and as it decimated all who challenged the false emperor, countless crimson spirit veins spread out from the castle, stealing the very life from the capital's citizens, as well as those in the surrounding area. Defeat seemed all but inevitable for Prince Streichels, the Lancemaiden, and their followers, but they refused to give up. Following the guidance of a kindly witch, they were led to a new great knight, which slumbered on the outskirts of Heimdallr. After overcoming a trial, they were able to claim the Ashen Knight and its power. So it's the Ashen Knight. With it in hand, along with their many supporters and the army of Prince Lucius, they marched on the capital for the final time, eventually making their way to the castle at its center. 3 days later, on the 4th of July, year 952, the castle vanished from existence and the city was liberated. Okay. Well, I guess that's that. Wonder if there's gonna be some kind of comment or cutscene or something here. Nope. Alright, what's the next step then, if there even is another one? Okay, so we gotta play until we get to the old schoolhouse, I guess. I guess we're just gonna go as quickly as we can, and I guess I'm gonna hold this button here. During cutscenes, that's totally possible. But it took a while, but I finally found the turbo button. I guess I gotta do the bike race again. But I guess it doesn't really matter whether I win or not. Still though. Engineering building. Actually, the volume's probably a little high. Yes, it was. Oh well. Luckily, at least there wasn't any dialogue, so nothing could, you know, speak over me. Start your engines! Okay. Let's go! Wait, that might not have been a shortcut. Oh no, oh no, oh no. But I'm gonna save some time by going this way, I guess. Hey. Alright, we did it. It's I did it. I'm the greatest bike racer of all time. Okay. What's the other one? Class Warfare, alright, this thing. No. I got a save game from Excelsius, who, you know, helped out with some advice, I guess, as far as game length goes, in some previous episodes. And I'm just at the very end where basically I just have to kind of watch stuff. But I also sadly have to do a quest here, or two, I guess, but I've already done one of them, to get to the parts. I guess I'm just gonna make sure that she has the... No, that's not the one. That's the one. Just one-shot everything. Hey, the return of Rean Quartzer. Gathered all 31, sure. I guess I got another achievement. that I maybe didn't quite earn, but whatever. The minion is... Domination, I mean, is here. This, we really don't need. What the hell? That's fine, that's... whatever, okay. Alright. Don't know why this is here. But I guess, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be fine this way. We're just gonna do what I did the first time, basically. Yeah. Basically what I did the first time was I just used Laura's S-Break, or S-Craft, I guess, at the start of the fight and one-shot everything. Let the battle begin! Laura. She has 100. I'm guessing I have enough Zeram stuff to just give her the rest if we sure do. Just to make extra sure. And we're also gonna go extra safe here and do a motivational speech before we do this. And once again, I guess this is enjoyable. One-shot this dumbass motherfucker. We're gonna watch this happen animation once. Hey, it's a little more purple. Did it get even stronger or something? Maybe it was always purple. Get fucked, Patrick! Hey, Rean leveled up, isn't that amazing? And turbo mode. More challengers? Fee. It is nice that they start you with 100 every time. Hey, look, this time we don't even have to S-break or anything, we can just use it here. GG! And one more. And we're gonna take Emma. I think last time I brought Alyssa because, you know, her rival's here. But this time we're just gonna bring Emma. Actually, what are the... It doesn't really matter, but, you know. There. Wait. There. Wait, I didn't give her the thing. Ah, shit. Oh well, level 1 should also be okay. It probably might not one-shot the big guy here, but it'll still be okay, I hope. I guess I could just give her this item with V now. That also works. Just to make sure we have all the power we need. And there we go. And there they go. What? She survived this time? Oh, we got a crit on him, but not on her. What? Oh, what? Bummer. But you know what? We don't even really care. Because we have this. And we're just gonna do it again. Because we're ignorant as fuck. Sheesh, these guys sure are tough. GG. Pretty much how the fight went the first time I did it. All three of those. Except, you know, last time the guy survived instead of the lady. Yippee! What? Why is Fee not high level? Do you care to explain? What do you have against Fee, huh? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, where do we go now? I think we go to... I think last time I did the academy field first, so I guess maybe I just gotta go somewhere and back out or something. I think last time I did the engineering building. Maybe it doesn't have to be that. Okay, just gotta walk somewhere, I guess. What's happening? The schoolhouse, it's calling to me. Inspect, wait, I guess let me just check, just to make sure I'm not supposed to do anything beforehand. Ta-da! Okay. Looks like I can just do this here. Oh hey, it's my friend! Ah, that thing, huh? Remember? Haha. Good times. Oh hey, Nisama! Oh! No, me, it's me, the cat! Wow, blue lights. What? What's happening? We're having a party. Let's go. What's up with this stuff now? It's so spacey and weird. What the hell? Ah, Valamar, come to me. I'm here on Valamar. I'm here to come help you. What's... Oh, no, what? Huh? We're all here. All of us. Let's go. I've got a staff from my brother. I know it doesn't matter, but, you know. Oh wait, Laura, of course. 10 million! Yippee! Out to every corridor, I know. basically a roguelike mode, so you can play this forever, I guess, if you really like the combat. Which I don't. Okay, and then I just leave and go to the school roof. Well, that's bummer fiber. Does that mean you get like those holiday days back or something? The vacation days? Or are those just poofed now? Okay, well that's something at least. There's multiple people here. I hope Patrick's not the important person I'm supposed to talk to. But I guess I will. Just to make sure. Yeah, well. Okay, pretty sure you're not the one. Yeah. It's her, of course! Or I guess both of them. But maybe not. Oh, but I guess it is. My, who would have imagined even more marvelous mysteries still lurked within the old schoolhouse? What a delight! Why, I can hardly stop myself from heading in there to take a little peek. That might not be the best idea right now. There's no telling what could happen in there. Yeah, I'm gonna suggest you take a hard pass on that. Haha, come on now. I was only kidding. I wouldn't dream of rushing in to steal the thrill of discovery for myself. But all joking aside, I take it you finished reading those deciphered passages from the black records I gave you, Rean? Huh? Deciphered? Well, sure, I looked through them, but why do you ask? And what's Rosina doing here anyway? I'm wondering the same thing. Well... questions, so many questions, please allow me to elucidate. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised that he's a fancy schmancy mysterious dude, because I've been saying that since I first got a glimpse of his glasses. But I'm still not sure what Rosina's deal is. I guess she seemed to stand out a little more than some other seemingly unimportant characters, but like, that didn't seem too weird. What's going on? This is just like when I called out to Valimar that first time. To put it simply, I've created a partition of sorts. The three of us standing here within are the only ones who can even sense it. Meanwhile, those outside remain blissfully unaware of its existence. Do they also not realize that we're gone? Or... I'll admit for a moment there, I was worried that Emma and Celine might have noticed something amiss, but it seems I've still got the touch. Just who the hell are you? And you too, Rosina? Why are you wearing your habit of all of a sudden? Starting off with the basics, I see. Perfectly fine by me. Who the hell am I indeed? My formal ties are to the Septian Church as a member of the Graatsritter. Oh. Second among the Dominion, in fact. I stand at the right hand of our leader, and am known by some as the Partitioner. Well, is that why you made a partition here? But you already know my name, my real name, of course. I've never hidden that from you. I am, and shall always be, Thomas Lysander. I'm a squire, tasked with supporting him in the execution of his duties. You could say I'm an apprentice knight of the Graatsritter. Uh-huh. Yeah, just like them. What? Hold up, what? The Graatsritter? Do they have something to do with the congregation for the sacraments Scarlet was talking about? That they do, Rean. We're a secret sect of the congregation, an unseen face. Also, I guess there was one page of those records that we didn't get, you know, deciphered, I think. So maybe we'll get that now. an unseen face. Our organization's existence isn't known to the wider world, nor should it be. Our primary purpose is to gather and seal away dangerous artifacts. But every once in a blue moon, it becomes necessary to undertake covert operations like this one. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I felt like there was something off about you for a while now. You were able to decipher the black records for one, and your knowledge and abilities go way beyond the average instructors. Yo, Mick. But even still, I never would have guessed you were connected to something this large scale. And with all that in mind, what do you want with me? Why tell me all of this now? Have you finally decided to step out from the shadows to interfere? That's not quite it. Perish the thought, Rean. What happens in the old schoolhouse is out of our jurisdiction. It always has been. The way things stand brings to mind a few parallels with Liberal's Phantasma trouble, but I doubt this is nearly as dangerous. If only there were a game about something like that. After we're done here, I'll be glad to let you tackle that on your own. Me? I'm only here for a little talk with you. After all, you are an Awakener, possessor of a fragment of the Great Power, and that means we have matters to discuss. This should come as no surprise, but the trouble facing this land is far from over. Oh, it may seem to have passed for now, but this peace is merely a simple respite. The most crucial moment stands silent in the wings, waiting to unfurl before us. I mean, obviously there's 2 more of these games. The Chancellor never stops spinning his webs, and while he may have repelled Ouroboros for now, they will be back, mark my words. And there's not a doubt in my mind that you have an important role to play in what's to come. That's why I thought it'd be worthwhile to make a formal introduction and ask for your cooperation, so what do you say? Sir, if I may, you might want to ease him into this a little more gently. It's quite a lot to take in at once. Rean, I want you to know we're not here to scare you or to make an enemy of you. We don't mean to pressure you into a response either. For now, our intent is just to remain here and keep an eye on things. So if there's ever anything you need our help with, we're here for you. Just ask and we'll do whatever we can. Thanks, Rosina. You're right, too. This is a lot to take in at once. I'm not really sure how to respond. I guess at the very least I can tell you're not my enemies. But by the same token, that doesn't necessarily make you my allies either, so no promises. I understand completely, Rean, and for the time being, that's perfectly fine. But to return to an earlier topic, those black records you found are actually of particular interest as historical artifacts. As far as I can tell, their purpose was to record the true history of the Divine Knights. Given that recovering artifacts like those is our job, well, if you happen to find any more, do pass them along to us, would you? I'll give you transcripts of everything I can decipher, of course. Given what you've read so far, I'm sure you must be curious. I'll give it some thought. Huh. Huh? 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 Great responses. Well, do take care, everyone. I'll be praying for you. Of course you will. Okay, Scholar of the Truth. Read the decoded black records and had an encounter you'll never... Never forget, probably. Nah, man. Magical partitions are way cooler than doors. I've seen it all! Let's talk to Rosina again. Please do take care. I will be praying for your safety. Yeah. One boss. Well, there are those, like, super bosses, I guess. I faced one once, and I think I saw another one on the overworld map. But I didn't try to fight that one. But whatever, if there's no, like, story content to those or whatever, then I don't really care that much. Okay. I'm not a big enough fan of the combat where I want to, you know, see all the fights or whatever. But yeah, I guess that's it for this game now.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess, is there no, like, you know, no recap of this happening or something in the next game? Because if not, then that's a little weird, yeah. But that ends my journey through Trails of Cold Steel 2. And special thanks to Excel for providing that save and the guide, I guess. And but also super special thanks to everyone that watched or watches. I don't own CS3 yet, and I'm not sure when I'll be able to buy it. But near future, I'm probably gonna play some. Shut up, Rean. Some games that are on Game Pass because I got 3 months of that from my dear friend Fiber, who's also in the chat right now. And I want to make use of that, of course. And there's some games on there that I want to play, for sure. But after that, maybe, if I can have that game, then... Yeah, Lies of P is also one of the games that I want to play on there. But first, Tunic, then probably some Yakuza stuff, and then maybe Lies of P? We'll see. But yeah, CS3, probably next year. At some point. But yeah. Tomorrow, there's gonna be another splendid King of Fighters 15 weekly over on the Hard Edge Twitch channel, where I will be commentating and probably playing. We have some really nice, some really high-level players there as of the last couple of months, so it's pretty nice. And then on Thursday is when the Street Fighter 6 weekly is gonna happen because of some scheduling issues, I guess, instead of today. And then I guess on Friday I'll do my own stream again, which is probably when I'll start Tunic. And yeah, I hope you'll join me there, or at some point anywhere. That would be cool. So, until then, Otsukare-sama. Bye bye.